Grand. I think we're live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Nine TV. Welcome to Nine TV live from the showroom at Lakeside Classics. I think the last time I did a toy shop tour was here, actually, at Lakeside Classics. And I was wearing exactly the same gear as I am now. And I'll let you into some behind the scenes secrets. So last time I was here, I was doing filming a video. It's a 4-hour drive to get here from my house. Got back home and realised all the audio files had failed. So yes, after a few weeks to get over the pain of that, I realised that the video was too good to not showcase. Hopefully it'll go out this Sunday. So here I am, back to refilm what I've already shot, basically. At least I know what to say this time. But obviously I'm going to use some footage from the first time I was here, so hence the reason I had to check the footage again and make sure for continuity I'm wearing the same stuff. So yeah, don't tell anybody else, that's a secret between you and I. So yeah, I'm here shooting some stuff. It's not these 993s behind me, however, I want to show these 993s to you because it's the last classic, it's the last air-cooled 911 now. You could argue the 996 is a classic. We've got a lovely low mileage C4S example there. But the 993 is the last air-cooled 911. It's always been revered among enthusiasts for many reasons, not just the fact it's the last air-cooled 911. It arguably improved greatly on the 964 platform. Thanks to, I spoke about this in the video, didn't I? With the introduction of the multi-link rear axle, and a lot of other stuff. I want you to watch the video, to be fair, so go and do it. But look, at Lakeside Classics here, we've got a Fab 5 993 models, and I just want to show them to you because it's a pleasure to see them in the metal, and I'm pretty sure you'll appreciate them as much as me. So I'll do you all a favour and get out of the shot. So here's these Fab 5, among the rest, like the other stuff we've got in the showroom here. A lot of 991s in at Lakeside at the moment, actually, which may or may not be what our next video's on. I've just driven this. It's phenomenal. Rhodium silver, rear-wheel drive GTS, but we'll park that for another day. So yeah, look, back to the 993s. I'm getting sidetracked. There's so many awesome cars here. So 5 Fab 993s, all very different expressions of the genre, really, and all special in a number of different ways. So yeah, I'm going to show them to you. And I'm going to start with this Targa. So, interesting story that Danny here at Lakeside told me about this Targa. 25 stamps in the book, pretty comprehensive. It was sold in, I think, 2003 for 35 grand with kind of similar mileage on it, as in 35,000 miles. Today, it's worth just under 70 grand and has got just under 70,000 miles on it. So it's kind of doubled in value in the time while people have been able to put the miles on the car. This is why I love cars so much. It is surely better than money in the bank. It's my own personal thing. And all the memories that somebody has since enjoyed with this car while the thing is going up in value. And I'm not kind of coming at this from you should stick your money into cars because that's an investment. Absolutely, those sorts of days are gone. And that's not what I'm about. But I'm just saying, what a great place to make some great memories, see some of the world, make some fantastic memories whilst your money is safe, right? It's just a really nice double bonus. And this car is a perfect example of that. If you're wondering what the colour is, it's Wimbledon green. I think on the screen it can almost look blue at times. But it is like a metallic-y colour. It's absolutely stunning. I think that's a black interior, yeah, with the sports seats. It's manual as well because some of these came with the tipper. I think you can see there. So that is manual. The wheels, they're cup wheels. They came like this from factory. The Targa, 993 Targa out of the box came with those split rim alloys. But the owner respects this, the original owner anyway, spec them with cup wheels. And I don't know about you, I'm looking at this and I'm going, okay, Wimbledon green with these cup wheels. It's got the vibe of, do you remember the Porsche Panamericana concept? Made in 1989, given to Ferry Porsche for, I believe that was his 80th birthday. I've done a video with that car, search it out on Nineworks TV. That to me has got the vibe of that. Similar colour, and again, the cup wheels were similar to the weird sort of 6-spoke wheels that Porsche made for that prototype. If you remember, that was the car where the tyres had the Porsche crests on. And what was funny is the designer of that Panamericana car was Stephen Merkitt, and it was he who ended up designing this, the 993 Targa, that had the same roofline as the Panamericana, which, as you can see, rather than the coupes, this rear glass profile comes to a point, but it still followed pretty loyally the coupe roofline. It's pretty masterly. This was the first redesign of that Targa platform. So gone was the roll bar for the first time in 30 years, replaced with this glass rear screen. Yeah, I love it. I love the look, really love the look. But yeah, so I kind of feel like whoever spec'd this originally is kind of inspired by the Panamericana concept car. And that is the sort of stuff that I love. So I doff my cap to the original owner. And if you want some of that vibe, you can come here to Lakeside, buy that car and go and stick some miles on it. Some more miles, make some more memories. So with this being a Targa, that's narrow bodied. It wasn't till later on with like 997s where the Targa went all wheel drive. And then latterly with like 991s, wide bodies. So that's a narrow bodied car. The rest of these 993s are all wide body, but different expressions of. So you got a C4S 993 here, finished in guards. Again, adding meat to the bones when I say that Guards Red looks great on any generation of 911 ever. I think that looks stunning. The C4S, I'm going to cover this in more detail soon, but the C4S was basically the turbo wide body and running gear mated to the 3.6 litre Carrera, so naturally aspirated engine. Had the flat back design, and what we mean by that is it's the flat deck lid. No fixed like wing, as you can see over there with the T-tray that the turbo got, although as you'll find out shortly, that was optional. So, I mean, yeah, look, is that kind of peak 911 rear? I think it's got to be up there. It's got to give this 996 C4S a run for its money, to be honest. Looks beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Manual, because all of the 993 C4Ss were manual. So that is 6-speed by this stage as well. So next to that, we got this. So this is wide-bodied, has a 3.6 litre engine, but unlike this car that's naturally aspirated, this car has 2 turbochargers and a twin intercooler sitting on top of the engine as well. So this is the Mac Daddy. This is the 993 Turbo, 408 horsepower. These cars had 285. Yeah. These cars still feel so fast today. And this car, which isn't actually for sale, has done less than, I think it's comfortably less than 20,000 miles. It's a rare beast. Nice like stone grey interior. I don't think you'll be able to see, but I'm having a look. Yeah, 19,500 miles. So that's a bit of a time warp car, that, to be honest. But yeah, you can see just over the rear haunches, the T-tray rear wing that the turbo got. Next to it, we've got another C4S. And again, like aficionados will know, there was a C2S as well at the same time that was also wide-bodied, but there were some key differences. And if you ever kind of the go-to to tell the difference between a C4S and C2S 903, just look at the brakes. The C4S, as I said, got the turbo running gear, which includes the big red brakes, as you can see here. So there's the big reds. The C4S got that. The C2S didn't. So it was rear drive only, not all-wheel drive like the C4S. And that got the Carrera brakes that had black calipers rather than red. But when we're talking about colour of this particular car, we don't need to worry about the brakes. We need to look at the bodywork. It is absolutely stunning. And if you're wondering, that is forest green over a tan interior, which to my mind is absolutely masterly. Look at the paint on this. The guys at Lakeside have had this painted recently. It's Henry's own car from here at Lakeside. He says it's not for sale. I can understand why, but who knows? We're only ever one tempting offer away, aren't we, from changing our minds, I guess. But yeah, forest green over tan, that is absolutely stunning. Fresh paint, 40-odd thousand miles. I actually think that's one of the most beautiful 993s I've ever seen. we will just on this point have a look if you can see like the front bumpers on these. So the C4S got the turbo bumper, which is different from that narrow bodied bumper. As you can see, that kind of has like a 964 vibe with the vent that runs all the way across, 964 and 959. Whereas the turbo got a different bumper. It was deeper, looks slightly more aggressive. There's an argument that the standard 993 can look a bit soft at the front. That is a school of thought I do subscribe to. But as you can see by the Guards Red car next to it, the turbo style front bumper just pulls the front of the car to the floor a bit more. And to my mind, especially when mixed with that lovely wide body with the wide haunches, is peak 993 design for me. So yeah, this car has that. And again, with the colour combination, the colourway, I just think it's an absolute world beater, if I'm honest. And again, has, okay, so this is interesting. So it's got the flat back, which obviously C4S standard fare, but the deck lid is the split grille design, which is actually from the C2S. So there's another differentiator between the 2S and the 4. If you can see, and I'm kind of conscious I'm spinning the phone a lot, but the C4S deck lid there, you see that the vents go all the way across the active rear wing. Well, that was unique to the C4S, whereas the C2S got this split grille design, which was Mr. Hatter, Tony Hatter, our friend, great friend here at Nineworks, who designed the 993. He designed this lid specifically for the 993 C2S because it was the last ever air-cooled 911. And it was designed in reminiscence of the 356, which is a cool bit of trivia. But yeah, Henry has had a C2S grille fitted to the C4S here, which to my mind is even better. So I think this is definitely the absolute most beautiful 993 I think I've ever seen. Absolutely beautiful. So we'll finish over here. I think, is this Midnight Blue? C4S again, another C4S, but, and in difference to the other examples you've seen so far, this has got the optional turbo fixed rear wing on the back. As I said, it was an option. It was quite popular at the time. A lot of people did it. I personally am not a fan of it. I think that should stay to the turbo, and the C4S and C2S should have that flat back design, which I think is superior and marks these cars out as unique. So any case, Danny and the guys here at Lakeside have told us that the C4S flatback deck lid does come with this car, so the next custodian can decide whether they want that turbo fixed wing, or if, like me, you prefer the flatback, you can go with that. So yeah, let's just have a look at this down the side as well. Really, really nice. You can find out more details on the Lakeside website on these cars, these lovely 993s, and all the other models you can see. I mean, look at that lovely GT4. That is sold, unfortunately, but I think they look better and better. But that's something for another day. So look, that's a Fab 5 for 993, over 30 years old now. A really, really nice mix here at Lakeside Classics of narrow and wide body, turbocharged and naturally aspirated. And to be honest, just lovely examples of the final air-cooled 911. It's been a real joy to show you around these cars and show the intricacies really of model to model, but also why these particular cars might pique your interest as they have done mine. I'll sign off with one last view of them from this side. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon on a feature-length Nineworks TV video where hopefully my audio will work. Cheers all, enjoy the rest of Tuesday.